Hello and welcome to part 18 of the Pokemon Gold Randomized Nuzlocke. In the last episode we beat the Elite Four. So I think the next thing that we'll go ahead and do is start taking out all of the gyms in Kanto. But first we're going to see Prof. Elm for a special little surprise. I think here he's going to give us the SS ticket. Yes. Oh, okay, so that was helpful. So we need to actually go ahead and go to Randomized City. So let's fly there on Zarquo. It's actually nice to have a flying type now. And you know what I just realized? I'm not sure we ever went down here. I think there are secret items in this port. I don't think we ever went down here before. I know that we can't go very far, but isn't technically this a new area? Where are we on the Pokegear? See, it says we're technically still in Randomized City, so I'm gonna treat this as the same area. So why don't we go ahead and board the SS AQUA? I would love to get on board. Okay, here we are in the SS AQUA. Looks like we just set sail. Oh, excuse me. Okay, we're gonna need to find that guy's daughter soon. For the time being, we're gonna go ahead and check out all these different rooms and see what trainers we can find. Oh, I think I got a sneeze. Nice. Oh, interesting. I could have thought about reordering the team a little bit, considering Problem Kid got a good amount of experience early on in the game. Sorry, early on in the Elite Four. That's what I meant to say. So, I'm thinking we're not going to have a very hard time with many of these trainer battles. If I had to guess, most of the trainers, including the gym leaders in the Kanto region, are not all that difficult to face. I think what's really going to be the true test is getting our Pokemon up to a point where we feel that we can take on Red. So this might be our bed. Yes. So ours is the last on the left. Of course, we're going to check all the trash cans to see if we get any hidden items. Ah, thank you. He's just trying to tell us that's our room. Wonder if the SS Anne and the SS AQUA are owned by the same parent company. Yeah, I mean, at this point we are... I know not all Pokemon are going to be level 28, but we're 24 levels higher at this point. This... seems like many of these battles shouldn't give us all that much trouble. I think what we'll do for the remainder of this episode is just continue battling the trainers, and if it gets to the point where it looks like the episode is running a little long, I'll go ahead and finish the rest off camera. Yeah, why don't we give someone else a chance? Zarquo should be able to finish this off with a flamethrower. The nice thing about our team being so high leveled though is that I'm pretty confident for a good amount of time that we're not going to have any fears about our party fainting. Knock on wood. And we really should be in a good state until we go ahead and re-battle the Elite Four and then finally battle Red. We'll probably use the Elite Four as a way to grind. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure that that's the best idea. Depending on if the Elite Four members are significantly higher leveled as you run through them subsequent times. I think what I'll do though is I'll just keep the same Pokemon out front unless we run into a tricky battle to get some level ups. Or at least just until the Pokemon runs out of PP. Okay, got a Totodile coming out. Thinking back, the Elite Four, it wasn't quite the same without the Pokemon that I know and love in the hands of the actual Elite Four members, like the Gengars that Agatha has, the Dragonites that Lance has. Aha. So you're probably just bugging the captain somewhere. Trainer. Okay, I guess we have to find his friend. Oh man. Is it one of the sailors we already battled? Or... yeah, I'm thinking it is. I'm thinking we gotta go find somebody that we already battled. Or was it you? Man, what an old pain in the butt. I hate when the games make you do these little... I don't even know what to call these. Oops, I already talked to you. Like these little mini quests. Okay, so I can't go anywhere that way, down the stairs. Nothing in there. I already battled you and you're not a sailor. There you are, I think... oh, I wonder... I don't think he was here until I talked to that guy downstairs. I think he spawns only after you talk to him. So with Jolteon... Jolteon knows double kick. Doesn't look like he used it here, but it's the only move I would actually be a little bit worried about. But we're such a high, like... significantly higher level, it's really not going to be that big of a deal. I think it's interesting, like how Porygon, like the whole point of it is that it's like this like super square, not square, but like sharp edge, like polygon type thing. But then Porygon 2 isn't a polygon, it's... right, doesn't a polygon have to have straight sides? Anyways, we're not going to switch. But yeah, I guess the upgrade just, all it does is smooth out those edges a little bit. Okay, so now we can go downstairs. We can go past you. Okay, there is a girl around here. Are there any nice items for us? Oh, hello. I like this girl. She's just sitting downstairs staring out a window, and she's just like, I'm so bored. I might as well. Whoa! See, this is how she hustles people. She's just sitting here like, oh, I'm so bored, like, might as well have a battle. And then just throws out her Mewtwo. She'd probably crush almost anybody else on this ship. I mean, unfortunately for her, we're incredibly overleveled for this stage of the game. I'm not sure why they make you fight trainers that are, in my opinion, just a little bit too easy after everything. Ah, yes. Sorry, little girl. Let's get back to your grandpa. Wow, thanks for the metal coat. That's only our 5th one. How great. Wow, what a gift. Okay, let's, before we get off the SS Aqua, what are you doing? Are you just throwing up? So this guy's seasick. He's about to barf. And then he still wants to battle. I mean, whatever, man. Like, we're here. We're here to fight. Oh, yeah. I guess I didn't really think about it being a fighting type Pokemon. Luckily, Seismic Toss is going to do a fixed amount of damage. We can quick attack. Yeah, it's one thing I gotta be careful about when I'm just keeping Pokemon out to train, especially the fighting dark type up. I don't always remember that that's a thing, that I just get absolutely wrecked by fighting type Pokemon. So one bite and one, oops, I meant to do a bite first. But I was gonna say a bite and a quick attack should finish it off, but 2 quick attacks looks like it also does the job. Gligar coming out, nothing to worry about. Whoops, I keep clicking too quickly. I don't mean to spam quick attacks. Here we go. Is there anything else? Nope, nothing over here. Yeah, I just don't know how they want you to get to the Elite Four, and then they put you on this ship with trainers that are significantly lower levels, and then, not only that, because like, I understand that not every trainer can just start throwing out like level 40 Pokemon. Not only that, that's fine, but like, these Pokemon are so much lower leveled, and they give you a bed to go rest up in. Like, if you needed the bed through this part, how the heck did you make it through the Elite Four? That's all, like, that seems a little silly. I guess it can't hurt to have, and you never know, you know, something could go terribly wrong and you might end up needing to heal your Pokemon in that way, but it just seems a little strange to me that they're kind of holding your hand at this point in the game. And from what I remember, like I said, the trainers that you have to fight, the gym leaders that you have to fight are not that strong. Just considering the first part of the game, I think poses a good challenge, and there are several spots in which I feel that you almost have to grind a little bit. I mean, we did lose a couple Pokemon during our playthrough so far, but every time we lost one, I usually grinded it up to the level of everyone else around it. And I was very surprised that, okay, so we should be in Vermillion City now. I was just very surprised that it felt like we were really underleveled, especially near the end there. I mean, when I was getting ready for the Elite Four, a couple of our Pokemon were maybe like level 40-ish. But I tried to get, and not everyone was there, but I tried to get everyone to level 50. Okay, so let's see if we can buy any Ultra Balls here, because it would be nice to start using them. We can. So let's buy, I don't know, 15 Ultra Balls. I mean, at this point, I'm actually pretty set on the team that we have. Oh, you know what? We might be able to get the Super Rod in this area. Not that it matters right now. At least I don't think it will. But yeah, like I said, I mean, at this point in the game, to me, like, the game is mostly over. I already have a Magnemite. That's funny. But yeah, the game is mostly over at this point. I'm just not entirely sure that we need to keep catching new Pokemon, especially not on camera at least. So, by the way, since I think our last encounter, I've been playing a Nuzlocke with my friend. Oh, I think we can do the gyms in any order too, which is kind of nice. So I've been playing a Nuzlocke with my friend, and we're just doing, I think it's, we're doing Diamond or I think we're doing Platinum. And he told me that the Dupes Clause, is, the way that he plays is that if he encounters a Pokemon of the same species on a route, that route is officially dead. So it's not like you can just go search for a new Pokemon on that route. We're gonna need to cut real quick to get to that gym. I kind of like that way. And the reason I like that way is because in some ways I do feel that we almost have too many options. Like, we've had a lot of options in our playthrough, and when we lost big Pokemon, I didn't necessarily feel that we were hurting all that bad. Do you know Cut? Who knows Cut? It's our long-bodied, isn't it? Yeah. So that's just something he got me thinking about, and, you know, I... Do you give us a Super Rod? No. So, looks like we have a little bit of time left in this video. Let's go ahead and take on Lieutenant Surge. Come to think of it, I find it so interesting. I mean, they packed a lot of shit into this game. They packed 8 cities, like cities with gyms, plus some extras. They packed some caves and some surfing routes, the Whirlpool Isle, the Tin Tower. Oh, now we have some Pokemon of some decent levels. All into this game, and then they just threw the entire Kanto game in it as well, pretty much. I mean, you know, it's not the same story, obviously, and most of the Kanto region doesn't have a whole ton of extra elements other than just like being places to battle trainers and win these extra gym badges. But it's incredible to think that these both came out for the same, actually, yeah, right? These all came out for the Game Boy Color, I believe, all these games. Though now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure you could play games like Pokemon, like the Gen 1 games on a Game Boy Pocket, but you could not play them on, or like was there a Game Boy before that? Kind of forgot what my original point was. Oh yeah, just that they were able to smush so much into this game. Like, it's incredible. Like, this game, and especially with the real-time clock that has night and day, like, I feel it really pushed the limits for what a Game Boy processor could do and the amount of information that they could actually put on a, I'm not sure the size of the Game Boy cartridges that they were using at this point in time. Couldn't have been more than a few megabytes though. I mean, if you think about it, there is a lot packed into these games. I mean, they had to be pretty darn efficient. I do appreciate though how, I mean, I can't recall any other games that do this, but I appreciate how they really connect the worlds like that. I mean, they connect it from everything from like the maps, like there being a sort of unified entrance that connects Kanto to Mount Silver to the Pokemon League to the Johto region. Like all that's connected there. And they have the connection to like the Gen 1 games with Oak and Red, obviously. It's just really cool. So, you know, the other thing I was thinking that I can't remember now, that last time we battled our rival on Victory Road, which I believe I did off camera, I'm not sure if I'm going to switch because it's the fighting type. Is that possibly the last time we ever have to battle this rival in this game? I guess I'm just used to the rival persisting all the way through to the Pokemon League, and the rival, to be honest, playing a bigger role. I feel like the rival doesn't play a very big role in this game, especially for kind of the big deal they make about him near the beginning of the game. I mean, he's sitting outside the professor's house, like he's one of the first characters you see in the overworld besides your mom and that random lady walking south of the Pokemon lab. Steelix? Nah, I think we should be okay. I was watching a YouTuber named Picaspri playing these games recently. He was playing... Why was he playing Gen 2? I think he was playing Crystal with only running through with a Ditto. But one of the things I realized that I found really interesting about this game that he brings up is the extent to which the player is babied a little bit. And by that, he's referencing the very limited moveset of enemy Pokemon that you encounter. So for example, Steelix at this level knows something like Rage, Harden, Sandstorm, maybe it knows Rock Throw at this level too, but it's kind of a weak moveset for a level 33 Steelix in my opinion. Like, I think the later games did it a little bit better where Pokemon started to learn moves that were good at higher levels as opposed to just like learning mediocre moves. And in some ways, like I do play this game now and I come across Pokemon that I think I would normally be afraid of in Nuzlocke. I mean, I would normally be absolutely terrified of a Steelix in almost any scenario, unless I was like 30 levels higher than it, 20 levels higher than it, whatever. I'd be afraid, especially with a type disadvantage. But I'm just not always afraid of these Pokemon because the moves that they know are relatively weak. Okay, so it looks like Surge actually has some decently high-level Pokemon for us. That's good news because it means we're gonna get some level ups. That's funny how the animation for Meditate and Minimize look almost identical except for the fact that you know, the Pokemon isn't a star after using Meditate. I'm not even sure I knew that this generation had the move Meditate. I don't think I've ever really connected or internalized that the animations were the same there. Looks like it's getting ready to use Skull Bash. Yeah, be good to knock it out before we get hit with that. I think we would take it fine, but... Staryu? Nothing to be afraid of there. Would have actually been nice if it was a Starmie. We could probably one-shot it with a bite. Looks like we can almost... Oh, that was a crit, that's why. Ah, minimize, yes. Not my most favorite move. Oh man, that's a real pain. I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully connect with a bite. Yep. I'm not sure the crit mattered. Okay, looks like we got a Nidorino coming up. Not too worried about anything this thing can do to us. Ah, the other thing that kind of sucks is... Yeah, playing the Nuzlocke where the Pokemon that we... The Pokemon that we might normally find for the gym leaders are now wildly different. Like, I would have enjoyed seeing what Lieutenant Surge had. I kind of forgot about the... Yeah, we're gonna need to switch since we don't have Feint Attack and we're out of Bite PP. Send in AQUA. You should be able to two-shot with Flamethrower. I've been thinking about the next game that I want to play, and it's possible that maybe I'll do a run of a third-gen game in a way that's not so randomized. This was something else I was going over with a buddy. I like the idea of using Pokemon I don't normally use in these kinds of games. Like, that has some good appeal. But the other thing, and the randomization just makes it kind of fun, but I miss like worrying about, you know, having to deal with, for example, Jasmine Steelix, even though I did get hit pretty hard by that Octillery, but like, there are some things that I really miss about the way that the Pokemon games are originally designed, the trainers that they have, and especially in the later gen games, like some of those gym leaders have some pretty strong Pokemon, and with that respect, like I would like to play the games that they were intended to be played, but again, like I just really appreciate being able to use different Pokemon. So one thing I thought about is only randomizing the Pokemon that are encountered on, like, say a route, for example, and otherwise keeping everything about the game exactly the same. So it looks like we're gonna need to change boxes again. Man, what a pain. For all the things they packed into this game, this was this was probably one of the more frustrating things that persisted from Gen 1 was the need to switch boxes manually in this kind of way. Okay, well that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we're just gonna start making our way to a different town to take on a different gym leader. I'm thinking it's just gonna be Celadon, depending on where we can go from here. I can't remember the exact order we have to do it in. But looking forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.